Hey everyone, today we're here with the Sunwayfoto 2840CK tripod and the EB44 Ballhead. Sunwayfoto were ever so nice to send me this gear free of charge. I am sponsored by Sunwayfoto. I am, however, free of mind and free of speech to say my honest and true opinion of this gear. Now, I've been using this gear for over a year, I'd say a year and a half. And it came with me on all my trips. You know, if you've been following my social feed, then you would have been knowing that I was in Iceland, I was in Namibia, I was in Socotra in Yemen, I was in Jordan, I was in Egypt and many other places. So I've taken this tripod to some extreme conditions and it's withstand everything. You know, it's been in sand, it's been covered in sand, there's been sand in every single crevice of this tripod. It's been in Iceland, it's been in snow, it's been in rain, it's been in water, it's been in the sea. So I've really, you know, pushed it to the limits of testing this tripod, and I didn't push it because I needed to test it. I pushed it because, you know, I was shooting in those conditions, and I needed to get my shots. And safe to say, this tripod helped me to get all my shots. It has not failed me once. It's a pleasure to use this tripod. It has really good ease of use, and yeah, so we're going to a bit of detail about this tripod and then we'll get to the ball head afterwards. Now, I'll just extend it on its minimum height. Now, I won't be going into the details of the maximum, minimum height and so on and the payload and all that, but I will put all those links in the description and all that information so that you can check. But what I can tell you is this tripod here, this is the smaller tripod of the two that I have from Sunwayfoto, and it's pretty light. So I think it's about just under 1.5 kg. You can check later on in the description, but from all the tripods I've used, for small tripods, this is the lightest one I've ever had that can do its job. Now, when I say of the smallest and lightest tripods, you know, there's a limit on how light and small you can have one, because if it's too, you know, if it's too flimsy and the legs are too thin and so on, that tripod is not going to do a job. Now, this has withstanded winds, you know, when I'm on top of the Alps. And I can't remember the wind speed, but it was extreme. And this, you know, with a heavy camera and everything on top, this tripod withstand it all. It's never, you know, till now never fell. It doesn't shake. All my images are sharp and so on. So I really do trust it. And by the small and, let's say, lightweight tripods, this does its job, and this I can guarantee will do an excellent job, and I highly recommend it. So it doesn't have many functions. It does not have a center leg or whatever, which, you know, I'm totally against. I have no use for that whatsoever. Maybe some people find the use of flipping them inside, you know, upside down to put the camera at a different angle, because they want to get low. But, you know, with this tripod, very simple. You extend the extension there and you can, you know, and it's very firm as well, which I like. I don't like a flimsy tripod. You know, this one you do have to put some force into it, but I can guarantee then that it's stable. I'll move the ball head inside of these accessories, and as you can see, you can get this tripod pretty much flat, which is excellent for when you want to get a composition from real low down. So that's one win, because a lot of those tripods with the center poles, you can't get that. And if you just, you know, push it a bit, it will click back in. So obviously you can put it at the different heights that needed be, and so on. As for the leg extension, very simple. Click, open, click. Sorry, not click, screw, open, and so on. And this tripod can get fairly high. So for my height, it's high enough. And I tend to not shoot higher anyway, so it works out perfect. So with those functions being, which are the basic functions any tripod should have, I really do like the ease of use with the unscrew, pull out and lock and so on. Very smooth, very tough, and holds very, very well. And that's all your tripod should offer you. And of course stability, and this thing has stability. If we turn it upside down, you probably can't really see, but there is a small metal bar here, and if you did want, you could put something to hook to, let's say, add extra weight to make sure your tripod is extra stable. But as I said, I've been shooting in the Alps, I've been shooting in Iceland in very windy conditions, and I've never needed a counterweight or something, even with this tripod. So if we look to the top, you have the normal thread, which should attach to all your ball heads, and also on each tripod leg there's a small thread there, and also on top of here. And what you can do is screw in extra things. So I don't have any extra tools here right now, but this is obviously too big this connection, but you can put those tiny leg things in that can attach I guess video accessories and so on, which is also handy to have. So we jump onto the ball head that goes with this. Now I think you can pick a package where you can get both together on their website, that you have to check. And I have tested almost all of their ball heads, and I'm really happy with this one. This is the EB44. Basically it's, let's say, got a kind of hollow design. They've cut out some parts here and there to make it lighter, and you have the tension thread there and so on for unlocking that. It's smooth but firm at the same time. I don't want to really, I've undid this to the maximum. I don't want a super loose ball head, because obviously your camera might fall down and we don't want to get it damaged. So I do like it to be quite firm on a ball head, but I do like it to be, let's say, smooth at the same time so that I can move it easily, and this does an excellent job. The other great part about this ball head is on the lower part, you have that part, and then you can do some panning and so on. Now this thing here is full of sand from my trips. I've cleaned them a few times now, but most of my gear is say not drenched, but full of sand, and this gear is still working excellent. So it really does, it has a long life to lock that on top. As I was saying, you can let's rotate it slightly so you can see. If you undo that part there, then obviously you can pan the ball head, and that's always good to have, especially if you're doing some quick panoramas or so on and you want to pan your camera, then you can do that. And what I also like about this is, of course, you have the pull out function to turn the lever in case it's blocked by something, and that's always good to have as well. So there we have it. That's the EB44 ball head with the Sunway T2840CK tripod. Now they also do send a carrying bag, which I'm not going to bother show you because it's just a carrying bag. But of course they send you these little accessories, the little, the stilettos or the pin feet, and you can just unscrew the original ones and screw these on, and these are great for different kinds of surfaces, let's say maybe ice or something and so on, where that might be slippery, and that will do a good job of pushing it into the ground or to the ice, let's say. Or you could push it into the mud if you wanted some extra stability and wanted to be sure that your tripod isn't going anywhere. So yeah, like I said, Sunwayfoto, I may be sponsored by them, but they don't pay me to recommend this tripod and so on. And I am in general honest with all my gear, and I can't stress how good this tripod really is. And like, if you're in the game looking for a new tripod and you want just a small tripod, as I said, this is an excellent travel tripod. I'll just unscrew that. I mean, If I just put that against my hand and arm, you can see it is pretty compact, you know. So it's excellent to travel with. It's a lightweight and it does an excellent job. And for the price it is, which I will put also in the description, it is well worth every dollar. So I can't stress enough how much, like, if you need a new tripod, this tripod is definitely for you, especially if you want a small lightweight tripod. And the other thing that we could also talk about is, for example, if you're using a tracking mount like me, you would put your tracking mount on top, right? And of course your ball head goes on there. And the big question always is can it handle that payload, right? You know, can that small tripod handle this stuff? And the answer is yes, this tripod can. This tripod can handle, you know, up 1.5 to 3 kilo camera on top of this mount, along with the tracker and ball head, and it does an excellent job. It's reliable. So what more do you want, you know, from a tripod? So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you'd like a referral link with a discount coupon, I can also get you one of those. I will put that in the link as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that was, you know, informative. And yeah, wishing everybody clear skies, and I'll be back soon with a new video. Please give me a thumbs up and follow me if you want to see more content like this.